Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. My name is Hannah. I have hair somewhere on me. Okay. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch, and yeah, that's basically it. Sometimes we do live stuff. I don't have that much. I mean, it's been a busy week, but like work. I'm wearing a work shirt. Anyway, y'all, I got a lot to talk about today. A lot of stuff. Okay, what? I have hair everywhere. This is everywhere. I forgot to mention in my last video, I got my hair cut, if you didn't notice. So it's shorter. I mean, you know, it's just easier to deal with. Okay, so we're gonna get right into it. I have a meeting in like an hour? An hour and a half. But I'd like to get this out of the way before that. So, I don't think everything in this bag I need to talk about, but like most of the stuff in the bag, I need to talk about. Some of this stuff I put in the bag because usually I work on it. I didn't work on, I think, one of the things this month, so I don't need to talk about that. I don't think. I might need to talk about it. I think I'm just going to talk about it even if you've seen it before. I'm not sure if I worked on it, but either way. Okay, so the first thing I think is the last thing I worked on, or one of the last things I worked on last month, that I think I worked on, like I continued to work on after my last video. I don't remember when my last video was, so I think that I worked on this since you've seen it. I don't have a picture because it's a kind of mash up of a couple different things, but this is Celtic Samhain. It's a mashup of all of the Lavender and Lace Celtic ladies. Not all of them, but like, you know, a few. And then there's a couple of other people who have like charted special things like a hat and a black cat and a couple of other things. So anyway, I'm doing it. And here is where it is. So I think the last time you saw this, I had started working on the dress, because I think I had started working on this before my last video. Like, I pulled it out. I don't remember. But either way, here's where we are now. So I have done a lot of this orange in the front of the dress. Which, again, this is a kind of like color conversion mashup situation, because she doesn't really exist. Like, she has not been charted for real. But that's what I did the last time. I know I had, the last stitching session I had on this prior to last month, the end of last month, I had just finished the border. The border was all I had done. And I'm really hoping that this is correct. This was correct. This, where I, like, got this to, that was correct. So, that was nice. I'm really hoping that I did the right counting here. Because that's going to be a pain. I mean, it's not really going to be a pain to take out if I have to take it out, because it's not that much. But I'm really hoping I did it correctly. I did this one correctly, so I did this correctly, so I'm hoping that I did that correctly. We'll see. It was kind of a lot of, like, look at the picture and do some counting, and it was a lot. Anyway, that's that. Like I said, that was the end. Oh, this is on Grace Notes. 32 count linen, Symphony, which was their first ever color of the month, or fabric of the month. Okay, this is the one I don't know if I worked on since you saw it last time. I think I did. I think I finished the last day of the month last month. I worked on this. I'll put a photo here. This is Crystal Plaid by Joanna Warju, but she has an Etsy now. So her Etsy shop is called Levryn Designs. And I have a couple of other, I bought some things. Anyway, she had put this pattern out for free on the Facebook group, Cross Stitch Unlimited, and of course I needed it. And so I started it, and I ended up not working on it this month because I started something else that she designed that's really called to me, and you'll see that in a minute. If you haven't seen it on Instagram, I just posted it on Instagram like this a few minutes ago. Well, a few minutes ago for me. It's like 11:30 right now, but it won't be 11:30 when you all are seeing this. It'll probably be closer to like 12:30. It might be even later than that. We'll see. But anyway, here's what it will look like. Like I said, Etsy shop, Levryn Designs. This one was free on the Cross Stitch Unlimited Facebook group if you are on there. It's in the, I think it's in the files section. I don't remember. But anyway, here is where I got to. I think the last time you saw this, I wasn't quite finished with this block. I did finish this block, and then I moved into this one. And like I said, I didn't work on it this month because I pulled something else out. So, oh, and I don't mind my nails. I haven't done them. I haven't had time. And I also broke a fingernail. And I also broke this fingernail. And I also broke this fingernail. It's just been a it's been a lot of breakage. And it's hard to tell, but like, yeah, you can see I broke it like that way. Anyway, and this one's just really short because I broke it a while ago. And this one's even shorter because I broke it recently. So here we are. My nails are not doing so hot, but it doesn't matter. My nails are the least of my worries right now. But yeah, this is what it looks like at the moment. I'm not sure if this one will be coming out again in the near future. It might call to me. I might switch back and forth each month between the two things that are by her. Oh, here's my bag. It is a Black Cat X Stitchery bag, of course. I have way too many of them. Not enough, actually, but here we are. Okay, that I need. What is this? Oh, okay. So then at Steel City this month, well, this in April, the last two projects I think were March, like end of March projects. And then now we're into April projects, I think. At Steel City, I had brought 3 projects to work on. I brought my wedding piece, I brought Jelly World, and I brought Autumn Quakers. I ended up, Autumn Quakers was supposed to be my like late night stitching, or when we weren't in the room stitching, like something was easy to hold on to, and I didn't need to take my, didn't need to bring my stand around and all that. And it has its own colors, I didn't, all that. Anyway, I did not feel like working on it at retreat. Like, it just was not, I just could not get into it. So, I ended up, here, it's kind of haul, and, oh, I forgot my other haul. My Steel City haul. I'll bring it over here. This is part of my haul. I ended up shopping a little bit, a lot of it. Who are we kidding? It's me. I did not need any Grace Notes fabrics, because of course they have Grace Notes fabrics there, and it's lovely and amazing, but I don't need any. Usually. I like their mystery fabrics. When I'm shopping with them, I usually go for mysteries, because I have basically every other color, unless I need a color specifically. But I ended up shopping for other stuff. One, I think I bought 2 patterns. I think. And a couple pieces of fabric from a different company, and a project roll. So I'll show you all of that later, but this is part of the haul because I ended up buying this pattern. It's called Witching Hour Nature Walk, and it is by Sprouting Lupine. It is so cute, and I just had to, there's a couple of these like nature walks that they had there, but this was my favorite. I don't think I bought any of the other ones. I could be wrong. I don't remember, quite frankly. But anyway, this was the one that really called to me, and without even realizing it, I bought this fabric, which I know it's a little bit darker than the picture, but like, come on now. I didn't even realize, like, I didn't even, until I sat back down and I was like, wait a minute. I just really liked this fabric. I thought it was super, super pretty. It is by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. I don't have any Atomic Ranch. It is a 28 count linen. No, I'm sorry. It is a 36 count linen. And it's called Pumpkin King. And I started that piece. I did not get there. You were going to see how much I did. I did this for one night, maybe for an hour, because it was late night stitching, and if you know me, I don't like super do late night stitching. I like to sleep because I like to be able to stay awake for the rest of the retreat during the day when like most people are awake. I'm not Corinne. Carla was like weird this time, and she didn't really stay up for late night stitching. But usually Carla's late night stitcher. Like I'm not any of those people. And they know that about me. So anyway, here's what I did. That is it. It's not even done. I mean, the beetle's not even done. I think there's one more color. No, two more colors, because the eyes and the little stripes. And I just didn't get to it. It just didn't happen. So that's what I got to. But I think this fabric, I mean, I know some people, they asked me, like, well, the people I was sitting with, my table, they were like, are you worried that it's going to be too dark, like, the fabric for the, like, dark colors? And I was like, no. Nope. And I'm not, because it's very, very easily visible. And I think that really this mushroom and even this moth, like the yellow, like, parts, they're just going to pop on this fabric. And that needed to happen. I even think that this flower will pop with that, like, magenta. Anyway, yeah, great. That's it. That's all I got. And here is another Black Cat Extitchery bag. I know, it's very Halloween, but we know I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of the year. And the inside fabric is also really cool. It's like kind of like a tree, like a spooky tree. Yeah, really cool. So anyway, that's that. Yeah, this video is going to be longer than I even thought because I forgot to put haul stuff in this bag. And I think I have it all easily accessible. I have some haul stuff in here, but not everything. Anyway, okay, the next thing is in this bag, and if you have been here for a long time, you know what's in here. It's very obvious. It is my wedding piece. So I did take this to Steel City, and I worked on it. I did not finish my goal, obviously. That was never the intent, because it's a, like, 3,000 stitch goal, and that was never going to happen. And I only worked on this for basically one day, like 1.5 days. But here's the photo. I think this is the only other one. I think I've only done 2 that I need to put the photos up. But this is a picture of my husband and I the day we got married, and I converted it on a pattern, like, converter online, and yeah, it's really funny to take this with me because I took this last year, and people this year were like, oh, I remember you. They were like, oh my gosh, like, take it, let me see it. And it was just really funny because a lot of people remembered. They were like, I heard the wedding photo girl was here. And I was like, yeah, that's me. Yeah, so anyway, here it is so far. I will bring it closer in a minute. But yeah, it is kind of hard to do this, quite frankly, because it's so big now. But yeah, I don't remember. Oh, I started using these things, the, like, bobbies, because this one woman at the Steel City retreat, she saw me showing this, and she saw the hanging threads, and she was like, I need to give you this. So she gave me one, and I have a couple now, so I've been using them on some of my stuff. But I think that I was like up, where am I now? I'm down here. I think I was probably, when I started, I was like somewhere like in this vicinity probably, because that's about 3,000. Like from here-ish to down here is about 3,000. I think it's about 3,000. I think that I was somewhere like below his, what is it called, boutonniere thing. But yeah, the next row, the next diagonal, I should see my maid of honor shoe. And I think after I'm done with her shoe, I will be done with all people. Like, other than my husband and I, all the extras. All the guests and party members. But yeah, it looks so good. Like, I just think, I mean, in person it looks really good, but like, even on the video, it just looks like almost so real. I don't know, it looks almost like a picture. It's crazy. It's crazy! And to think this was just like a free converter on the internet. I always put the information down below, so if you're wondering what I used, it's down below. Usually I remember. If I don't, yell at me. I will put it up there if I see you're yelling. Or message me on Instagram. Okay, the next thing is what I've been taking to, and this is the thing I couldn't stand working on at Steel City, but I've been taking it to my, like, sit and stitches, my like, you know, little gatherings with my friends, and it's not been, like, I haven't wanted to throw it across the room yet. I love, okay, this is Autumn Quakers by Rosewood Manor. I should say, I love Rosewood Manor. I have no problem. Like, I love their charts. One, this picture is terrible, in my opinion. It does not do this pattern justice at all. The colors of this, like, don't look at all remotely like what they're supposed to. It's just not a good picture. I also, sometimes the color changes in these patterns is so much. It's just like, oh my god, can I just stitch on one color for a little bit longer than like 3 stitches? Some of these motifs, it's not bad. But like some of them, it's so much. Anyway, this is, let me move this needle minder. Still have a needle minder with a needle and thread on here, y'all. Okay. This is where I'm at the moment. So specifically, when I took this to Steel City, I think I finished these acorns that I think look like corn. Like, I don't know, they just look more like corn than acorns to me, but they're acorns. I think I finished those, and then I was like, I think I started this leaf, and I just couldn't. I was like, no, I cannot. All of this was already done. Like, this leaf had been started up to like here, and then this whole, like, all of this over here and this motif were done. So at Steel City, I finished these acorns, and I think that's basically all I did on this. Since then, I've taken this to a stitching, like 2? I think 2. And the first one I finished this leaf. This is the one that really got me. This leaf has 5 bajillion colors in it. Or it just seems that way. It's so pretty, but it was just a pain. It was a pain. This one, however, is not bad because this whole outside thing was one color. These little starry things, they're all one color. There's a couple more colors inside, but like that leaf. But it's been fine. And this fabric is BeStitchMe After the Harvest. This is all the way from 2020. This is a fabric of the month from 2021. I've been basically doing this project since then, I think. I think I started it like almost at that point. Y'all, this is sad. But it will be, this is my current Take Two Stitching Groups project. So I will work on this in Stitching Group until it's finished. So it will get finished. Maybe not soon, but it will get finished. Oh, and it's a 32 count linen. Most of my linens are 32 count, and most of my luganas are 28 count. Okay, what is this? This is another bag. It was made with the extra fabric from my wedding bag. And she had so much, she was like, I don't know what to do with the rest of this because this blue looks black on the screen, but it's blue. It's like a dark blue. It's a sweatshirt. It's an old sweatshirt. And so she had so much of this sweatshirt, she was like, I'm not just going to toss it. So she made another bag. In here is, I don't know why it's in this bag. I really should change the bag. Is my red wine dragon. This is artwork by Stanley Morrison. The designer is Paine Free Crafts. And here is where I got to. I just posted this also on Instagram because I had been working on it. I worked on it for 5 days. And like the last 3 days I've been working on something else, but I forgot to one, I forgot, but also I just like, my work has been crazy right now. So, I just never posted it because I was just like, work is crazy. I want to just go home and stitch and not worry about anything. So, so I did post it just a little bit ago, but, here's where I got to this month. So I really can start seeing, like, this is, his, like, neck horn area right here, which is really cool. It was weird when I started stitching it because it was just, like, these weird, like, blops of white and, like, light colors. And at first I was like, what the heck am I stitching? Like, is this right? And then I figured out, like, oh, yeah, okay, it's, like, the scales. So, and this fabric is Melody by Grace Notes Fabrics. It is a 28 count lugana. And the background is kind of painful. In a way, I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have stitched the background. Maybe I should have just, like, done him on this fabric, and it would have been fine. But this pattern specifically, because the background is not just one color, it's like a multitude of colors, it was really kind of hard to take the background out. So I didn't. And I'm just going to do it. It's going to be fine. It's not that big. I'm over halfway. Like, I think about here is like half the width. So it's not that big. I mean, quite frankly. It's in my, like, I think it's, I listed it as a medium. Hold on one second. Pause. Let me pause this so I can respond to this. Anyway, I don't remember what, oh, I remember what I was going to say. I was going to try to figure out what like the size I determined this was for me. Some people would consider this like a large project. I don't. Red Wine Dragon, I consider Red Wine Dragon a small. So, yeah, that's just saying something. Because, like, Jelly World, for me, is also small. It's consistent with a stitch count, for me. Like, I think if it's 100,000 or less stitches, it's a small. If it's like 1 to 200,000, it's a medium. And if it's anything larger, or no, if it's a 2 to 300,000 stitches, it's large. And then anything over 300,000 is a BEP. Is a big A project. I think that's how I usually do my like thing. Anyway, and if I don't know the stitch count, because it's not like a full coverage, it's just a project. It doesn't have a size per se. I mean, some of them I'll claim like, oh, this is pretty small, or this is like a medium-sized project. Like for me, the Quaker Autumn Quakers is like, I would consider that like a medium-sized project. It's not large, but it's not small either. The Sprouting Lupine project is absolutely like a small. Basically, it's a mini. But it just kind of depends on, for me, for non-full coverage, it's just whatever I decide based on how long I think it's going to take me, or you know, how long it could take me if that was the only project I was working on. Okay, the next project is my other new start that is from the same designer as the Crystal Plaid. Now, like I said, she started her own Etsy, and she's been stitching these on her, like, for herself, and she's been posting photos on Cross Stitch Unlimited. And I don't really go on Cross Stitch Unlimited because there's a lot of drama that goes on over there, but I love when she posts her updates because, like, they're so undramatic, and I love them. Anyway, she's stitching these Scottish tartans, and she's, like, doing this big, giant thing of a bunch of different tartans, and I love them. I'm also Scottish, and my clan, my mom's a Tom, but we stem from the McThomases, and, yeah, I was like, oh, like, my clan's in there, and I found my tartan, and, you know, anyway, she posted on there that she had finally started her Etsy shop, and I was like, OMG, gotta go over there right now. So I bought all 3 of the ultimate tartan samplers. I think there's 60 tartans in each one. So they're large. And I started it 3 days ago, and I finished the first one. So here's what it will look like with all of the tartans. And I have started in the top, what is this, right, left, top left, when you're looking at it. So I started with the sterling tartan, and I love this. Like, if I had nothing else, I would probably just stitch this until it was done, because this is just fun. But here it is. It is done. So the sterling tartan is done. Now this is so cool, right? Because it's so realistic. Like, the, like, weave design is there, and she achieves this by doing the leg 1 is the, like, base color. So let's say for this column here, leg 1 is, or like the bottom leg for half the stitches. Hold on. Something's coming up on my computer. Go away. The bottom leg for half the stitches is the blue. And then the top leg for half the stitches is whatever other color it's intersecting with. And then vice versa. So, like, it creates this wonderful weave. And then there's full crosses in all of, like, the blocks, where all the blocks are. And it's just so cool. And she does this on her chart, and it works with Pattern Keeper. And the way she does this is in all of the weave parts, where it's like the 2 different colors intersecting, on Pattern Keeper, on her charts, she does 4 quarter stitches, and the 2 that are diagonal to each other, those will be the same, and that means that that leg, whichever like leg you start with, is that color, and then the other one is the other color. So it makes complete sense once you actually start stitching it. But I think the way that I stitched this one, it was probably not how I'm going to continue. And she posted on the group how she stitches these, and I think I'm going to do it or try it that way. Because what I did was I just kind of did whatever I felt like. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with all of the full stitch sections and only do for the whole entire pattern the first leg of all of the stitches, and then after I'm done all of that, all the full stitches and all the first legs, I will go back and do the second legs. Because I realized that I was doing a lot of like trying to find if I had finished the stitches or not, because I just didn't, it was complicated the way that I did it. So I think that I'm going to try her way next, in the next one. I don't know whether I'm going to go this way or if I'm going to go down. I haven't decided. If I go down, I'm going to get to my tartan faster, because mine is at the bottom. It's like the second row from the bottom, but it's in the second column. So it's like, but if I go down and then come back up and go down again, I will be getting there faster than if I go across all the way to the bottom. So I don't know. I'm also kind of like, do I not do my tartan? Because as soon as I get to my tartan, I'm going to be like, oh great, I did it. Like, I'm worried I'm not going to be as motivated to get the whole thing done. So I don't know. But anyway, this is just, isn't it just divine? She did such a good job. Like, and it doesn't even come across, I feel like, on the camera as good as it does. Yeah. And then she has this like border, and it goes across all the way. So like the next one has this border, and you put your tartan inside the border. So I did the whole border first, and then I did the tartan. So I'm going to do that again, whichever way I go. But I have one side of the border done for either direction. Unless I go diagonal, which I'm not going to do. That's the other thing I could do. I could do my normal, like, do a diagonal. So, like, go here, then go here, then go, you know. I don't know. I haven't decided. I have no idea what I want to do. But, oh, and yes, you all will be shocked. I'm stitching this on Aida. I know. I don't love Aida. It's not my favorite fabric. Now, granted, this is Grace Notes Aida, and it is soft. Like, it is lovely. And I'm doing this on Aida because it's 18 count, because I did not want to do it on something smaller and not be able to see the weave, right? Because I want to be able to see, like, the stitch on the bottom is a different color than the stitch on the top to create like this effect. And if I did it on something smaller, I was scared I would only see the top stitch, because if you stitch on 28 count or even higher over one, you don't really see the bottom leg. Now, of course, I could have done it on over 2, but it would be giant if I did that. So I was like, well, 18 count. Some people were like, well, you could do it on 20 count. I thought about it, but I already had this in my stash. So I was like, and it's a full yard, and I can do 2 of these on a full yard with a 2-inch border. So I gave myself a 2-inch border. And that means I'll have a 2-inch border for a second one eventually when I get there. Because there are 3 of these. So I will need another half yard eventually, but I'm not worried about it until, years down the road. But yeah, it's just a plain old white 18. And honestly, it wasn't that bad. And because I'm having so much fun with this pattern, the fabric didn't matter. So anyway, I could go on and on about this, but and I have this in another Black Cat X-Stitchery bag. It has nothing to do with Scotland or tartans or anything. I don't have any like plaid bags. Might need to get one, because this is going to be a very loved project for me. And then in this, I think this is also, yeah, this is also a Black Cat Stitchery bag. I have a lot of Tiffany bags, guys. This is, I don't have the picture because I was sent the chart by a lovely friend that had two, and by accident. She had two by accident because they sent two in one sleeve by accident. So she sent me the chart, and she was like, I hope you're okay with me not sending, like, the picture and all that. I was like, no, it's fine. But anyway, this is the Spring Queen by Mirabilia. So I really don't need... feel like, for the most part, people know her. She's out of print, so everybody is always like, oh, when you're done, I'd love to. I was like, yeah. So I already have somebody in line for her once I finish eventually down the road. But her whole top half is all stitched. Like, the stitching part is done. No metallics, no beads yet, but all of that is finished. And so this go round, when I spun her on my wheel, I did all of this. Yeah, I did all of that. So I did the parts of the bow, and I did the back part of her dress, part of the back part of her dress. But yeah, I didn't have that much time when I pulled her out. I usually would be able to get quite a bit more done. But I didn't have, I worked on her for 5 days. I just didn't have that much time in those 5 days. So that's all I got done, but that's okay. And this fabric is also BeStitchMe Life's a Peach, and this is a 32 count linen. Again, it's interesting. You know, it's a lot pinker than, I think it's more like bubblegummy than it is peachy. There are peachy hues in it, but I think it works really well for this project. And I know her skin looks a little bit hard to see in the video on this fabric. It's not in real life. The video just makes it not accurate. And then the final project is what I'm pulling out today. To work on for however long. I'm not going to have much time today to work on it, but here we are because it's already 12 o'clock. And anyway, so it is this project bag. Let me take it out so you can see the inside fabric, which is why I got it. The inside fabric is absolutely the reason that I got this bag, and it is, if you can read the card, it's upside down. This bag was made by Lakewind Studio. Yeah. Lovely. Sorry about the glare. There's windows everywhere. So finding a spot without glare is really hard. But yeah. So, and if you've been here, you know this is my HAED Sal Jelly World by HAED. And the artists, I guess, are L&L Designs. I think it's Luann and Leslie, who are, I think they're both either admins or moderators for HAED. But they took a stab at, I think it's AI. I think they used some AI for this, but I know people have opinions. I think it looks really good, this specific one. Some AI, yeah. But this one specifically, I think that they did a really good job, and I think that all of their charts, I think they did a really good job, so I don't know. I know there's some upset sometimes, but in my opinion, if you're an artist that uses AI and you like utilize it in the way that an artist should, you're not just like bluffing it on to a thing and like not caring. They're two different things, in my opinion. But anyway, I don't want to get into an argument. It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. But anyway, so I did my 7,500 stitches this month. I did pull it out at the Steel City Retreat. Did not get very much done because it was just confetti craziness where I was. But here is where I am, and I think I had mentioned this last time when this section came out, so in the beginning of April, well, really the end of March. We got it early, just like we got the first part. The first part came out in December, and then the second part for us, which is like the last page, which is like 9 stitches wide, and then the bottom, the next like 3 pages or whatever, that came out at the end of March. And I had said when that came out, I was like, I think I'm gonna stop, like park myself here, and I'm gonna start pulling it down here so that I can get over to this part and then do a whole, like my normal, what I want to do, and go all the way across the pattern. So the same thing will happen when the next part comes out. I will park myself wherever I am and go down here and start until I can take it all the way. And then when the last part comes out, it's literally, I think, like the last couple rows of stitches. Like it's the last couple pages are such partial, like tiny, tiny, tiny partial pages that it's not even, like it's almost not worth it. But, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do when part 3 comes out, if I am going to start the bottom and like go all the way. And the only reason I say that is because of that last section being such a small, like, page. I don't know. It's not worth it for me to get to that point and then do like 10 stitches or whatever at the bottom. Let me see if I can find the picture of what. It's probably not even worth it. It's not worth it. I just know the last couple, like the bottom pages are tiny. So, I don't know. I haven't decided. You can see all of my little bobbies. But anyway, let me actually show you the project, because I've just been talking. It's looking really good, I think. But it's darker. There we go. I was going to say it's showing up like much darker. I mean, it is dark. Like this section here is very dark, but it's not. Yeah, and the vein. Look at that. I mean, I don't know what they're called actually, but I've been calling them veins, like the veins of the jellyfish. It's just so good. And here we're starting to see another little jellyfish here, and I just can't wait until I can start seeing more. Like, it's kind of hard to tell, but these are the tentacles, and I cannot, is that what they're called? Tentacles? Jellyfish tentacles? I guess so. I can't wait to be able to actually see them. So this is coming back out today for the month. Gotta get my stitches in. Gotta get my goal. I'm still on track. Everything's still telling me you're gonna get it done before the 30th of December. So as long as everything keeps going the way it's going, I should be able to. Okay, that is all of my projects. I told you. It was a lot. I have haul. Let me go grab the other haul out of the wherever I put it, and then I will be right back. Okay, I think I got it all. Some of this is haul and some of this is Stitchy Kindness. Because one of my table mates, instead of doing like gifts for the table, or like, you know how a lot of people will make like a needle minder for everybody at the table or whatever, like they'll make something or give something to everybody at the table. Well, she was like, I'm gonna get rid of some of my stash that like stuff that I've stitched already and I don't need it, or I have like fabric that I don't want, or whatever. She just like, and she lived there, so she went home every night, and so the next day she'd bring more stuff. So anyway, some of this is that, and I know the difference. I know what that was compared to what I bought, because I didn't buy I mean, I bought a lot, but I didn't buy, like, anyway, I just know the difference. So I was wrong, and I forgot I bought 2 project rolls. So here is one. Let me put this one in here. Here's one, because we can never have too many B project rolls. The other one that I bought last year is a B project roll, and this one is also a B project roll. This is the only one of this that she had, and this is Althea, who makes these, and she was telling me a story about this one, that she didn't have enough of the fabric, and it was just a good story. So I was like, and I was telling her, I was like, I keep eyeing that one, because I bought this one first, not the one that you see, the one that's between my legs, bought that one first, and I kept on telling her, like, you know, if it's still there on, I think she left Saturday evening, so I was like, if it's still there before you leave on Saturday, I'm absolutely buying this one. So it was still there, so I bought it. So there's that one, and then this is the first one that I bought because it was just gorgeous. I mean, and she was told, oh, it's come undone. She was told that, like, a lot of people don't buy florals, so don't bring too many floral project rolls. I was like, no, I mean, I can't plant flowers, but it doesn't mean I don't like flowers. They're beautiful. And on this fabric is beautiful. Like, this blue on black, oh, it's so good. This is just so good. It's so pretty. And I think the inside fabric's just purple. And the inside fabric for this one was just green. Yeah. So pretty. And then one of the other things I bought 2 more patterns. Yeah, that was it. I think everything else I got given. Okay. So I saw somebody there stitching, not this specific project, like pattern, but the small version of this. So this is Career Duos Autumn Blackbirds, and she was stitching, so there's a small version of this. This is by Robin Pickens. There's a small version of this where it's just like this, without the word autumn. I think it doesn't say autumn. I'm pretty sure it's just like this. Why am I doing it this way? I'm making it harder for myself. I think it's just like this bit with, like, these 3 pumpkins, this bird, like, you know, it's like half, kind of. And she was stitching that small version. And I saw her stitching that, and then I saw this pattern up at the shop, and I was like, well, dang it. I really, really loved how it looked. The oranges in these pumpkins are so vibrant in real life. I mean, it's beautiful. I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, my goodness. So I saw this one, and then, of course, with it was this summer one. I was like, of course these flowers are going to be beautiful, because it's basically like the same colors. It's more yellow, but I'm sure it's going to be beautiful. So I bought this one too. And I went over there, so it's the Career Doers Summer Blue Jays. So I went over there after I bought them, and I was like, you made me do it. So anyway, I got those, and they're just DMC, so nice and simple. I'm going to show all of the bought stuff first, and then I'll do the happy mail. No, the what am I trying to say? The stuff I was given. So everything I bought was Atomic Ranch, I think, fabrics. 3 more fabrics. So then I bought this one, and it's called Wetlands, and it is a 32 count lugana. That is not, okay, there, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit more green than it's showing up. There, it's kind of better. I think my pink shirt is throwing it off. That's a little bit better, but it's really cool. And it is a lugana, so I won't use it for a full coverage, though. It's too dark. And then this one's called Marsh, This one's a 36 count linen. This one's really cool. It's like a blue, green, tan situation. That's pretty close, quite frankly. Maybe this angle is the angle it just needs to be at. So I got that. And then this one is very similar to the Pumpkin King one that I bought. It's called Nutmeg, and it's another 32 count lugana. It's just not as orange. Oh, although it's gonna look like it's orange. It's got orange in it. It's like a purpley, orangey. It's really hard to. It's not as purple as it's showing. I always say it looks purple on my end, and then people are like, "It doesn't look purple." I'm like, it looks purple in my screen. But it does have like this, like here you can see that like band of orange running through. It's pretty cool. So really, really cool. So we'll see. I'm not sure what I'm doing with these. I just bought them because I thought they were pretty. Notice I have a very clear, like brown, dark, muddy, dirty looking fabrics. That's my favorite. And then everything else from Steel City was given to me, so I'm going to show the other haul that I bought not at Steel City. So of course I had to make a 1, 2, 3 stitch order, so I bought There Is Beauty in Simplicity. This is the one that Lydia stitched, I'm pretty sure, right, Lydia? This is the one. And you even said, when I said something, you were like, it's this one. I was like, all right. I think it was this one, right? Just really cute. So there's that one. And then my last bit was my fabric of the month from Grace Notes. So the neutral, so I get the color in the neutral. And the neutral this month is called Fly Me to the Moon, and it is for sure neutral. Like, if you are a neutral girly, this is as neutral can get, I think. I have my linens in 32 count, and my luganas are in 28 count, as I mentioned, and it's neutral. I mean, it is basically the color of the moon. Like, that kind of silvery, you can still see, now you probably can't see it too well, you can kind of see, there is modeling in there. Like, it is dyed, and it's very obviously dyed. But it is so neutral, which I don't mind, it's just so funny. Because, yeah, it's just funny. It's just funny to me, because some people will be like, oh my gosh, that's my preferred. And I'm just like... You know? It's just funny. It's just funny to me. Anyway, okay. And then the color is so pretty. Although I don't know. I like the neutral. The color is called Blue Skies. Like I said, it is a 28 count lugana. This is very pretty. It is very like sky. Like if you wanted to do a project that you needed a blue sky with some clouds, this. This is what you would want. I mean, it's basically what you see. Like that is all, that's basically accurate. Yeah. It is blue, like a blue sky, with some clouds. I have no other things to say about it. So, usually I'm like, oh, it's not accurate. Oh, no, this one showed up exactly what it was supposed to show up as. And it's aptly named, in my opinion. Blue skies. Could do a blue sky. Something if you're doing like hot air balloons in a blue sky, that would be pretty. On this fabric. Okay, everything else that I'm going to show you was gifted to me at retreat. Oh, my stack is falling. Stay. So I'll do the little fabrics first that I got, oh, did I buy this too? Oops. This is also some, I bought this. I forgot. It's also Atomic Ranch. I'm pretty sure I bought this. Yeah, it's a 32 count linen. This one I did buy. I remember because I was like, oh my gosh, it's like pukey green. So, this is like, I mean, it's a little, I don't know, it's pretty close. It's a little brighter in real life than it's showing up on the camera, but it's like pukey green. I don't know. I don't know what to call it. But it's my kind of color, you know? Okay, now everything else it was given to me. So this is 40 count relic. Somebody's gonna know what this is from. I feel like I've heard of this fabric before. Like the name. I don't remember who it is. Who does relic? Somebody's gonna know. She doesn't have, like, who did them all. But it does have, like, what the count is and the name. So, yeah, 40 count relic. It's very pretty. I have no idea what I would do with it, but it is very pretty. And I don't know the size, it's just some random, she just had some random cuts. This is a 36 count linen Seraphim Pilgrim's Path. So this is a Seraphim fabric. It's called Pilgrim's Path. Again, with the like dark green. It's basically correct. I mean, that's coming across pretty accurate. Yeah. I could see doing, you remember, I mean, it's probably not big enough. It's 18 by 27. Which is what, a quarter? I don't even know if this is the full quarter or if she used some, but it doesn't matter. And then this is 36 count linen. I think it's called Oak. I don't know who it's by, but it's really pretty. Again, with the dark brown mud colors. That's not coming across accurate. Ah, that's better. There we go. That's it. So, not as modeled as some of the things that I've gotten before, but I don't need everything to be modeled. I just like modeled stuff. So then, we were talking there, and we were talking about the pattern called Immortal, and it, you know, it really speaks to me. And it's by Lucy Beam, and it says, buy and cross stitch like I'm immortal. And it's because I have so much stuff that I was like, yeah, this is absolutely me. So she gave this to me, and it's going to take me no time. When I do it, it's going to be a very quick stitch. This is like a mini. It's only 98 by 137, so it's really, really small. And yeah, so I will do this, and I have somebody already in line who wants this after me. And then she gave me this Halloween delivery by Plum Street. I just love the crow pulling this carriage with the ghost. My lights are flickering. With the ghost holding it, like you could only tell there's a ghost there because he has a top hat on. It's just so cute. And I don't think I have this one. I mean, it doesn't really matter because I didn't buy them, but. And then I got the Primitive Hare, Hood and Wolf, which is supposed to be like Little Red Riding Hood. And I just love it. I think it's so cool that she's carrying like the balloon that's the wolf. I need to restart my dryer. I'll do that after. I'm almost done. But I just like that. That's pretty cool. And I don't think, let me look inside. Yeah. So all of these like pieces on here are not actually part of the design. It's just, I think, pieces of this that got on her fabric. I don't know. And then I got Raven Bewitched by Blackbird. Really like that one. I know this is like been done And like, this is not a new pattern at all. I mean, none of these really are, but I've never gotten it, so I thought, why not? It's there. I'll pull these ones because these I'm going to show all at the same time. Oh, they're all the same. Okay, so then the rest of them is she had basically the whole series of the welcomes by the Drawn Thread. So I got the Welcome Halloween, which is the first one that I picked up from the pile that she showed us. And then she showed, I saw she had Welcome Autumn. And I was like, yes. And then she had Welcome Christmas, which I'm not a huge, like, holiday stitcher, but, I mean, Christmas specifically. But she had all the other ones, so I was like, why not? And then she had Welcome Winter. So cute. And then she had Welcome Summer. And the only one that she didn't have that day was Welcome Spring. But the next day, when I had told her, I was like, I'm taking all of these. The next day, she was like, I also have Welcome Spring. So she brought it, and she gave it to me. So I don't know if I have all of them, because there might be others for different holidays and stuff, but I have all of the, like, seasons and holidays that I would stitch about. So super exciting. So that's that. That's everything. I think that's everything. I hope that's everything. I got some, like, floss and stuff, but that doesn't matter. It's like Dempsey. Nobody cares. Yeah. Anyway, okay, I think that's it. I'm gonna go. I'm going to get ready for this meeting that I have in a half an hour. I'm gonna try to post this before that meeting. We'll see if that happens. It might be after that meeting. And then I might get some stitching done today. We will see. I gotta walk the dog again. He's sleeping currently. He is. Let's see if I can. Yes, you can see him. He's right there. He's kind of hard to see with his blanket, but he is right there. This is him right here. So he is sleeping. Just sleeping. Anyway, I'm gonna go. I will see you all in a month. And I will be on Instagram as much as I can be, with work being a little bit crazy right now. Hopefully it's slowing down a little bit. We've just had a lot of, like, turmoil happening, kind of, with the current administration and student. It's a lot. Not like the school's administration. I mean the country's administration. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. And there's, like, rules and our alums, it's just a lot. So it's not worth getting into. It's just a lot. But that's what's been eating my time, especially this week. Hopefully it's calming down a little bit. But I will see you all in a month. Okay, doke.